Hey guys, Alon here. I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to talk about the law of attraction and like some of my favorite methods of using the law of attraction, and also my law of attraction success stories and just some tips and stuff like that to help you manifest. I kind of got into the law of attraction, I would say last year, March 2018 is when I kind of got into the law of attraction. I was on Instagram. This girl posted on Instagram, the law of attraction works, but you have to, basically she was saying like the law of attraction works, but you have to be specific with what you want, and like if you're asking for something, you're gonna get it, so make sure you're specific in what you're asking. And so I kept hearing about the law of attraction, but I didn't know what it was, and so that Instagram story alone made me want to tap into it, because I was like, what the heck is she talking about? And so I looked up YouTube videos on the law of attraction. I don't know necessarily who was the first YouTuber that I watched. One of my favorite law of attraction YouTubers is Leeor Alexandra, which is probably the only law of attraction YouTuber that I consistently watch. She is the person who introduced me to law of attraction, all the different methods. I would constantly watch her videos like every week. If you don't know what law of attraction is, it's basically a way to manifest any and everything that you want. There's like a bunch of different ways to manifest things using the law of attraction, so it just depends on which way you do it, but you can literally manifest any and everything with the law of attraction. My favorite method is scripting. You can do, there's a bay leaf method, which I'll talk about a little bit later. I'll talk about all these methods later. Scripting, bay leaves, acting as is, and wouldn't it be nice method as well. And so yeah, you can manifest anything, money, a car, a man, anything. Like you can manifest anything with the law of attraction, as long as you have like a pure heart, and as long as you're doing it for the right reasons. Even if you're probably not doing it for the right reasons, you could probably still manifest it. But like, you know, the universe, when I say the universe, I mean God. It's the same thing in my eyes, but the universe, God, knows your intentions, and so if you're manifesting something for bad, then you'll probably get that karma back. One of my favorite methods is scripting. Scripting is basically, you would take a journal, and I like to use this journal. This is my Make It Happen journal, and I started using this one as my main scripting journal just because I was doing like a ritual or something for like a new moon or something. I don't know what it was, but I remember I wrote in here that I wanted to make $11 an hour, and I was just writing. And it's so weird because when I do rituals and stuff like that, I'll write so much, and then I'll come back to it maybe like a month later, and I'm like, I don't even remember writing none of this. But it's crazy because the stuff that I'll write, I'll have manifested it. This was last summer before I moved downtown. This was when I was looking for a second job over the summer, and so I was like, I think I was just manifesting another job in general, but I wrote down that I was gonna manifest a job that paid $11 an hour, and sure enough, I manifested a job that paid $11 an hour. And it's crazy because I don't even remember writing that, and I didn't realize it until after I got the job and I quit. And I feel like I know it's like, okay, but you quit the job, but that's where like law of attraction and being very specific comes in hand, because like it was a good job, and honestly, if I really need the money, I would go back. But if I, like, now that I'm looking back on it, I would say that I want to manifest a job paying $11 an hour that I love, that I enjoy going to every day, and that makes me happy. That is something that I would say, rather than just saying I want a job that pays $11 an hour. So that's another tip. Whenever you're manifesting, make sure you're very specific, because you can just get that thing and then you're just like, don't really want this. Another method would be the wouldn't it be nice method, and that was just very simple. It's just like, wouldn't it be nice if... And so yeah, it's just literally saying it out loud. And then the biggest thing with this method, and really any method, is to detach. Another method is just saying affirmations, which I just recommend saying affirmations every day in general, just because they make you feel so much better. And so like some of my favorite affirmations are like, I am a magnet for wealth and prosperity, I am happy, today's gonna be a great day, just that type of thing. And when I say those things over and over and over again, it really happens. I really have a great day. I really manifest random money. Those things happen. Now also, when I have a hard time falling asleep, I also say affirmations, just because, for one, when you're saying something repetitive like that in your head, you're going to fall asleep. And then two, there's nothing wrong with manifesting in your sleep. And then the good thing about that too is, like, if you're saying something like that, it's not going to be in your mind because you're going to go to sleep, and so you have a better chance of manifesting it in the morning. The next method, which is something that I love. This is like my favorite, and it's subliminals. And so I know a lot of people always wonder, like, do subliminals work? Do subliminals work? Do subliminals work? Yes, they work. At least for me, they work. Subliminals, if you don't know, are just like little there'll be like songs and it has hidden messages at the bottom, or like very lowered so that you can't hear, but they're still like kind of going to your brain. And so it's basically like affirmations that you're listening to unconsciously. I use subliminals for every freaking thing that I have a problem with in my life. I probably have like 30 playlists of different like subliminal playlists that I sometimes go back to. So like I have one about like money, I have one for studying, and the study one is my go-to obviously during school, and it's some really good study subliminals out there. There is this one that I always listen to, and every time I listen to it I always pass the test. You just have to look up and like really research, because some subliminals, they do have hidden messages. I don't think I've experienced any of those yet. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I typically try to use subliminals from pages with bigger subscribers, because I don't think that they will risk all of that just to mess with people. And if the comments are turned off, then don't use it. The biggest thing with law of attraction is to detach, which I have a hard problem doing, just because here I am talking about all this stuff. I'm sitting here like scripting all this stuff out, I'm doing all of this, and then I have to stop thinking about it. Like, I feel like that's the hardest part of law of attraction. But like, you have to detach. If not, then it's not gonna work out. Another thing that I found with law of attraction that is super important is that you have to show gratitude. And so like when I wake up in the morning, I always say I'm grateful for this. I also have a gratitude journal, which I recommend getting. I got it from TJ Maxx for like $4, and it's like 5 pages, and I would do it every night. And it's like, what are you grateful for that happened today? What is something that could have been better today? And it's really good because it allows you to reflect on your day that you had, and also just being kind to people. So like when you see a homeless person on the street, give them some money. My role with that is like, that's up to them and God. So if they're being dishonest, that's on them. But I mean, you don't have to like give homeless people money, but that's just an example. That's something that I typically do if I do have cash, or like if I do have extra something. Like I remember a couple times if I'm leaving like the store and I'm like at my dorm, or when I was at my dorm, and it will always be homeless people around because downtown Atlanta, and so like I would just give them food, and you know, it just makes you feel better because that could literally be you. So yeah, always try to donate, show gratitude, be positive, help people. That gives you good karma. Not saying just to do it for good karma, but it also makes you feel good and it helps somebody else too. So these are a few of my success stories, some of like the easiest ones. So the first one, this was like maybe a month or two ago. I was at home and it was raining and I had to go to work that morning, and I live very far from my job. My job is downtown, so it's easier for me when I'm at school, but it's harder for me when I'm at home. And so I was looking at the weather and I was like, I know if I go to work that I won't stay for longer than 2 hours because no one's gonna come shop because it's raining. And so I was just like, you know what, I'm not going to work today. And I just kept saying, I was like, I'm not gonna go to work today. They're gonna call me and say they don't need me because it's raining. And sure enough, like I was just like, you know what, I'm just not gonna go. It was kind of like I was acting as if already, and so I went to my mom's room. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to work today, I can already tell. So I had to be there at 12:30, and it was probably like, I would say 10:30, and so normally I would leave the house already at 11 so I can get there on time because I'm in traffic. And I wasn't dressed, I was still in bed, and sure enough, my manager called and was like, yeah, don't even come in today because there's nobody even in here and it would just be a waste. And yeah, so I was like, I knew I was gonna come in today. So yeah, that's one of my success stories for just acting as if. But my Wouldn't It Be Nice, this one was so funny because I didn't even realize I was using the law of attraction for this. And so this was last summer and I was so freaking thirsty, and I was going to the library, and normally I would have like a bottle of water or something in the car or in my book bag. I had summer classes, and so I was going to the library, do some homework, whatever, and I was like, I just want a bottle of water. And I already got to the library and I was like, dang, I'll have to leave the library to go get something to drink and then come all the way back. And I was just like, ugh, I'm just gonna have to suck it up. And I was like, dang, it would be nice to have a bottle of water right now. I just kept thinking about it. And I just went inside the library and I was like, you know what? If anything, you can literally buy a bottle of water from the library. And something was like, just look through your book bag, because you don't know if there's a bottle of water in here or not. And this book bag didn't have the pockets on the side. It was literally like, it had to just be in there, which I don't recall putting a bottle of water in there, but hey, lo and behold, there was a bottle of water in there, and I was just like, thank you, universe. Another method I forgot to mention that I've been trying out right now is the bay leaf method, which there's like 1,000 YouTube videos about that method, but basically you write on a bay leaf whatever you want to manifest. I've also tried 555 method, but it's like, I'm the type of person, I can't just sit there and write like that. I cannot do. The water method, the 2-cup water method, that did not work for me at all, like at all. And I don't know if it was the things that I was manifesting, but that definitely did not work for me at all. Thank you guys for watching this video. I am so grateful that you guys are here, and I hope you guys stick around, comment, rate, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.